You've reached a place in life that you've earned through decades of dedication, hard work, and sacrifice. You've built careers, raised families, contributed to your communities, and created lives of meaning and value. Every year you worked, every paycheck you earned, every retirement contribution you made, it was all building toward this moment. This chapter of your life where you could finally step back, breathe deeply, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But here's a truth that many retirees discover, and perhaps you've discovered it too. The financial landscape of retirement isn't always as comfortable as we'd hoped it would be. Pensions don't stretch quite as far as they once did. Social Security provides a foundation, but it's rarely enough for the lifestyle you envisioned. Savings face the relentless pressure of inflation. Healthcare costs rise, unexpected expenses emerge, and suddenly the retirement you dreamed of feels just slightly out of reach. You're not alone in this experience. Millions of retirees across this country are navigating the same reality. And the smartest among them, the ones who are thriving rather than merely surviving, they've discovered something important. They've learned that retirement doesn't mean your income has to be fixed and unchanging. There are safe, legitimate, proven income streams specifically designed for people at your stage of life. Opportunities that can add meaningful monthly income without risk, without stress, and without sacrificing your comfort or security. These aren't investment schemes that could lose your money. These aren't high-risk ventures that keep you up at night worrying. These aren't complicated businesses that demand expertise you don't have. These are simple, dignified, and entirely safe ways to generate monthly income that complement your retirement perfectly. Income streams that thousands of retirees are already using to transform their financial security and reclaim the retirement they always wanted. Today, I'm going to share with you the safest, most reliable monthly income streams that every retiree should know about. By the time we're finished, you'll have real options, practical strategies, and the confidence to choose what works best for your situation. This isn't about pressure or sales. This is about empowerment, about giving you knowledge that could genuinely change your retirement experience. So settle in, get comfortable, and let me walk you through these proven income streams. Each one is safe, each one is realistic, and each one could be exactly what you've been looking for. Let's begin with one of the safest and most overlooked income streams available to retirees: renting out a spare room in your home. Now, before you immediately think, "I don't want strangers in my house," let me explain why this has become such a popular and successful option for thousands of retirees, and how it's done safely and comfortably. If you have an extra bedroom sitting empty, that room represents potential income of $500 to $1,000 per month, depending on your location. That's $6,000 to $12,000 annually from space you're not even using. But more than just the money, many retirees discover that having a compatible housemate brings companionship, added security, help with household tasks, and often genuine friendship. The key word here is compatible. You're not renting to random strangers off the street. There are now services specifically designed to match retirees with respectful, carefully vetted housemates who are a good fit for your lifestyle and personality. Platforms like Silvernest were created specifically for older adults and focus on compatibility, safety, and mutual benefit. They conduct thorough background checks, verify employment and references, and help you find someone whose schedule, habits, and personality align with yours. Many retirees choose to rent to other retirees, creating a shared household where both people benefit from companionship and split expenses. Others rent to mature, responsible working professionals who are quiet, respectful, and rarely home. Some prefer renting to healthcare workers, teachers, or other professionals whose occupations suggest responsibility and stability. The financial impact is substantial and immediate. Let's say you rent a room for $650 per month, which is modest for most areas. That's an extra $7,800 per year in income. But the benefits extend beyond the rent payment. Your housemate typically contributes to utilities, groceries, and household expenses, further reducing your monthly costs. Many retirees report saving an additional $100 to $200 monthly on shared expenses. What makes this income stream particularly safe is the control you maintain. You set the terms. You choose your housemate from multiple applicants. You decide what's included and what the house rules are. And if something isn't working, you can ask them to leave with proper notice. You're never trapped in an uncomfortable situation. The process is straightforward. You create a listing on a roommate matching platform describing your home, yourself, and what you're looking for in a housemate. You review applications and interview candidates just like they're interviewing you. You check references and background checks that the platform provides. Once you find someone compatible, you sign a simple month-to-month rental agreement, and they move in. Many retirees start with a trial period of 2 or 3 months to ensure compatibility before committing to a longer arrangement. From a tax perspective, this income can be quite favorable. If you're renting a room in your primary residence, you may qualify for certain deductions related to the rented space, and the income may be partially tax-exempt depending on your situation. It's worth consulting with a tax professional to understand the benefits specific to your circumstances. What truly makes this safe is that you're leveraging an asset you already own, your home, without any financial investment or risk. There's no money to lose. You're simply sharing space you're not using anyway. And if you decide it's not for you, you simply don't renew the arrangement. There's no long-term commitment, no financial penalty, nothing tying you to this decision permanently. Now let's talk about another incredibly safe income stream that's perfect for retirees. Dividend-paying stocks and dividend reinvestment plans, or DRIPs. I know that might sound complicated or risky, but stay with me, because when done conservatively, this is actually one of the safest ways to generate reliable monthly income. Here's what you need to understand. Some of the largest, most stable companies in the world, companies like Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, and hundreds of others, pay regular dividends to their shareholders. These are quarterly or monthly cash payments, essentially the company sharing a portion of its profits with people who own their stock. When you own dividend-paying stocks, you receive these payments automatically, deposited directly into your account. The beauty for retirees is that you can create a portfolio of stable, dividend-paying companies that generates consistent monthly income without ever having to sell your shares. The stocks remain yours, potentially growing in value over time, while the dividends provide regular cash flow. Let's talk realistic numbers. Conservative, stable dividend-paying stocks typically yield 3 to 5% annually in dividends. If you have $50,000 to invest, that generates $1,500 to $2,500 per year in dividend income, or $125 to $208 monthly. If you have $100,000 available, you're looking at $3,000 to $5,000 annually, or $250 to $417 monthly. This is passive income that arrives like clockwork, month after month, year after year. What makes this safe is focusing exclusively on what are called dividend aristocrats. These are companies that have paid and increased their dividends consistently for 25 years or more through recessions, market crashes, and economic turmoil. They're proven, stable, essential businesses that aren't going anywhere. Companies that make products and provide services people need regardless of economic conditions. Examples include household names you know and trust. Johnson & Johnson, which makes healthcare products people use every day. Procter & Gamble, which owns brands like Tide, Pampers, and Gillette. Coca-Cola, one of the world's most recognized brands. These companies have weathered every economic storm and continued paying dividends to their shareholders without interruption. You don't need to be a stock market expert to do this. Many retirees work with a financial advisor who specializes in income-focused investing for retirees. They'll help you build a diversified portfolio of dividend-paying stocks tailored to your risk tolerance and income needs. Alternatively, you can invest in dividend-focused mutual funds or ETFs, which are baskets of dividend-paying stocks professionally managed by experts. This gives you instant diversification and professional oversight while keeping things simple. The strategy is straightforward. Invest in quality dividend-paying companies or funds, collect the dividend payments as income each month or quarter, and leave the principal invested so it can continue generating income indefinitely. Many retirees set up automatic deposits so the dividend income flows directly into their checking account, just like a pension or Social Security payment. What makes this particularly appealing is the potential for growth. Unlike a fixed pension, dividend payments often increase over time as companies grow and become more profitable. Many dividend aristocrats have increased their dividends every single year for decades. This means your income stream actually grows over time, naturally keeping pace with or exceeding inflation. From a safety perspective, the key is diversification and quality. Don't put all your money into one or two stocks. Spread it across 15 to 20 different dividend-paying companies in different industries. Focus on companies with long track records of dividend payments. Avoid chasing the highest yields, which can sometimes signal danger. Stick with boring, stable, essential businesses that have proven their reliability over decades. This isn't about getting rich or timing the market. This is about creating a reliable income stream that supplements your retirement income safely and sustainably. Thousands of retirees have built portfolios that generate $300, $500, or even $1,000 monthly in dividend income, providing a meaningful boost to their financial security. Let's shift now to an income stream that requires no investment at all and leverages something you already have in abundance: your time and experience. Online tutoring and teaching has become one of the safest and most rewarding income streams for retirees, offering $400 to $800 monthly for just 10 to 15 hours of work per week. The beautiful thing about tutoring is that you don't need teaching credentials or formal training. You simply need knowledge in a subject that students need help with and the patience to explain things clearly. Think about what you know. Did you work in accounting, nursing, engineering, administration, or any specialized field? Are you naturally good at math, reading, writing, history, or science? Can you speak a second language? Any of these abilities can be monetized through online tutoring. Platforms like Tutor.com, Wyzant, and Chegg connect tutors with students who need help handling all the marketing, payment processing, and scheduling. You create a profile describing your expertise and availability, set your hourly rate, typically $20 to $40 per hour for retirees with real-world experience, and students book sessions with you. Everything happens through video calls from your home, requiring nothing more than a computer or tablet with a camera. What makes this exceptionally safe is that there's zero financial risk. You're not investing money, you're not buying inventory, you're not paying for advertising. The platforms handle everything, taking a small percentage of your earnings in exchange for providing the infrastructure and client base. You simply show up for your scheduled sessions, help students understand their subjects, and get paid automatically. Many retirees start by offering just 5 to 8 hours of tutoring per week. At $25 per hour, that's $125 to $200 weekly, or $500 to $800 monthly. The work is intellectually engaging, deeply rewarding, and completely flexible around your schedule. You choose which days and times you're available, and you can adjust your availability whenever needed for appointments, travel, or simply when you need a break. Beyond traditional academic tutoring, there's enormous demand for conversation-based English tutoring for international students. If you're a native English speaker, platforms like Cambly, italki, and Preply will pay you $10 to $20 per hour simply to have conversations with students practicing their English. You're not teaching grammar or formal lessons, you're just talking naturally, helping them practice pronunciation and conversational flow. This is perhaps the easiest form of tutoring because there's no lesson planning, no grading, no pressure. You simply log in when you're available, get connected with students, and have friendly conversations about everyday topics. Many retirees do this while having their morning coffee or in the evening while relaxing, earning $300 to $500 monthly with minimal effort. What makes tutoring particularly safe and appealing is the human connection. You're helping students succeed, seeing them improve and gain confidence, and making a genuine difference in their lives. It's purposeful work that feels meaningful rather than mercenary, and the income is steady and predictable, deposited directly into your account after each session. Now let's discuss an income stream that's gaining tremendous popularity among retirees: selling digital products or online courses. This might sound technical or complicated, but it's actually remarkably simple, and once you create the product, it generates passive income month after month with no additional work. Here's the concept. You have knowledge and expertise from your lifetime of experience. Maybe you're skilled at a hobby like knitting, woodworking, gardening, or cooking. Maybe you have professional expertise in a field like accounting, project management, or customer service. Maybe you've mastered something practical like home maintenance, budgeting, or organizing. Whatever it is, you can create a simple online course or digital guide teaching others what you know and sell it on platforms like Udemy, Skillshare, or Teachable. Let me give you a realistic example. A retired accountant creates a simple course called Personal Finance Basics for Young Adults. The course consists of 10 video lessons, each of 15 to 20 minutes long, covering topics like budgeting, saving, understanding credit, and planning for retirement. She records these videos on her smartphone or basic webcam, speaking directly to the camera and explaining concepts clearly and simply. She uploads this course to Udemy, prices it at $49, and promotes it to her small network. In the first month, 5 people purchase it. That's $245 in income. But here's where it gets interesting. The course remains available permanently. Month 2, 8 more people find and purchase it. Month 3, 12 people. Within 6 months, the course is generating $300 to $500 monthly in completely passive income. She created it once, and it now earns money automatically month after month while she does absolutely nothing. Or consider a retired teacher who creates a simple PDF guide called Helping Your Grandchild with Reading. It's a 30-page guide with practical tips, activities, and strategies that grandparents can use to help their kids. She sells it on Etsy for $12. At 20 to 30 sales per month, that's $240 to $360 in passive income from a document she created once. What makes this safe is the zero ongoing cost and effort. You create the product once using free or inexpensive tools. You upload it to a platform that handles all the sales, payments, and delivery, and then you simply collect payments as people purchase. There's no inventory, no shipping, no customer service behind occasional questions. It's truly passive income. The platforms take a small percentage of each sale, typically 30 to 50%, but in exchange, they provide the infrastructure and client base. You do nothing except create the content once and let it sell. Many retirees have multiple digital products or courses, creating a portfolio of passive income streams that together generate $400 to $800 monthly. The best part? You can start this with zero investment. Use your smartphone to record videos. Use free software like Canva to create PDF guides. Upload to free platforms like Skillshare or Gumroad. Test the market with one simple product and see how it performs. If it sells, create more. If it doesn't, you've lost nothing but a few hours of time. Let's talk now about an income stream that's incredibly safe because it's backed by the federal government: Treasury securities, specifically Treasury bonds and Treasury inflation-protected securities, or TIPS. These are among the safest investments in the world and can provide reliable monthly or quarterly income with virtually zero risk. When you purchase a Treasury bond or TIPS, you're essentially lending money to the U.S. government, which pays you interest regularly until the bond matures. The interest rates vary depending on current economic conditions, but they typically range from 3 to 5% annually. The beauty of these investments is that they're backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government, making them as safe as investments can possibly be. Let's talk realistic numbers. If you invest $50,000 in Treasury bonds yielding 4%, you'll receive $2,000 annually in interest payments, or about $167 per month. If you have $100,000 to invest, you're looking at $4,000 yearly, or roughly $333 monthly. This income is predictable, reliable, and secure, arriving like clockwork for the life of the bond. Treasury inflation-protected securities, or TIPS, offer an additional benefit. They're specifically designed to protect against inflation. The principal value of TIPS adjusts with inflation, and your interest payments are based on that adjusted principal. This means your income keeps pace with rising prices, protecting your purchasing power over time. What makes Treasury securities particularly appealing for retirees is the combination of safety and simplicity. You can purchase them directly from the government through treasurydirect.gov, avoiding fees and commissions. You can build a ladder of bonds with different maturity dates, ensuring regular access to your principal while maintaining steady income. And you can hold them in tax-advantaged accounts, potentially reducing your tax burden. The income from Treasury securities is exempt from state and local taxes, though it is subject to federal income tax. For retirees living in high-tax states, this exemption can represent significant savings. Additionally, because these are government securities, they're not subject to the market volatility that affects stocks, providing steady, predictable returns regardless of economic conditions. Many retirees allocate a portion of their retirement savings to Treasury securities specifically for the safety and reliability they provide. This isn't about maximizing returns, it's about ensuring a portion of your income is absolutely secure and guaranteed. When combined with other income streams we're discussing, Treasury securities form the safe, stable foundation of a diversified retirement income plan. Now let's discuss something that might surprise you in its simplicity and safety: cashback and rewards programs that essentially pay you for spending money you were going to spend anyway. While this isn't traditional income in the sense of earning new money, it's money back in your pocket that many retirees overlook, and it can easily add $50 to $150 monthly to your available cash. Credit card rewards programs, when used responsibly, offer anywhere from 1 to 5% cash back on purchases you're already making. If you spend $2,000 monthly on groceries, utilities, gas, and other essentials, and you're earning an average of 2% cash back, that's $40 monthly or $480 yearly returned to you. Use a card that offers 5% on grocery purchases, and those savings increase significantly. The key words here are used responsibly. This strategy only works if you pay your balance in full every single month, avoiding all interest charges. You're not spending more money to get rewards, you're simply routing your existing spending through a rewards card instead of using cash or a debit card, capturing cash back on money you were spending anyway. Beyond credit cards, cash-back apps and browser extensions like Rakuten, Ibotta, and Honey provide rebates on online and in-store purchases. Many retirees don't realize that buying something on Amazon through Rakuten's portal can earn them 1 to 10% cash back, or that scanning grocery receipts into Ibotta can return $5 to $15 weekly. These small amounts add up remarkably quickly. Pharmacy rewards programs are particularly valuable for retirees who regularly fill prescriptions. Programs like CVS ExtraCare or Walgreens Balance Rewards provide points on every purchase that convert to significant discounts and cash back. Combined with manufacturer coupons and senior discounts, many retirees save $30 to $60 monthly on medications and health products. Grocery store loyalty programs work similarly. Simply by scanning your loyalty card at checkout, you accumulate points that convert to discounts on future purchases or free products. Some programs offer personalized coupons based on your shopping habits, providing additional savings on items you regularly buy. Collectively, these programs can reduce your monthly grocery bill by 10 to 15%, which for a $400 monthly grocery budget translates to $40 to $60 in savings. What makes this approach completely safe is that you're not changing your spending habits or buying things you don't need. You're simply being strategic about how you make purchases you're already making, capturing rewards and cash back in the process. There's no risk, no investment, no complexity, just small adjustments that together return hundreds of dollars annually to your pocket. Let's talk about another safe income stream that many retirees find both enjoyable and profitable: renting out a spare room, parking spaces, storage areas, or equipment you're not fully using. This is what's called the sharing economy, and it allows you to monetize underutilized assets with minimal effort and maximum safety. If you have a driveway, garage, or parking space that sits empty during the day, you can rent it out through platforms like Neighbor, Spot Hero, or JustPark. In urban or suburban areas where parking is scarce, people will pay $50 to $200 monthly just to have a guaranteed parking spot. You do nothing except give someone permission to park there. Money is deposited automatically into your account, and the platform handles all insurance and liability concerns. Similarly, if you have extra space in your garage, basement, shed, or even a spare closet, you can rent it as storage space. Small business owners, college students, and people between homes often need affordable storage and prefer renting from individuals rather than expensive storage facilities. Through platforms like Neighbor and Store at My House, you can earn $75 to $200 monthly renting out space that's currently sitting empty. Let me give you a realistic example. You have two-car garage but only park one car inside, leaving the other bay empty. You rent that space to a neighbor who needs to store their boat during winter for $100 monthly. Separately, you have a parking spot in your driveway you never use. You rent it to a commuter who works nearby for $80 monthly. That's $180 in completely passive income from assets you were using anyway, requiring almost zero effort on your part. Equipment rental is another overlooked opportunity. Do you have tools, lawn equipment, or recreational gear that sits idle most of the time? Platforms like Fat Llama and Peer Renters allow you to rent these items to neighbors who need them temporarily. Your lawnmower might rent for $30 per weekend. Your pressure washer might earn $40. Your camping equipment could generate $50. Even renting items just twice monthly can produce $100 to $200 in additional income. What makes these income streams exceptionally safe is the insurance and protection built into the platforms. Most provide liability coverage, damage protection, and identity verification for renters. You're never exposed to financial risk. Additionally, you maintain complete control. You decide what to rent, to whom, and for how much. You can decline any rental request that makes you uncomfortable, and you can stop renting at any time. The income is deposited automatically into your account, typically within days of each rental. There's no chasing payments or dealing with difficult customers. The platforms handle all the administrative work. You simply provide the space or equipment and collect the income. Finally, let's discuss what might be the most traditional yet often overlooked safe income stream: annuities specifically designed for retirees seeking guaranteed monthly income. Now, I know annuities can be complicated and sometimes get a bad reputation, but when chosen carefully and used appropriately, they can provide the safest, most predictable income possible. An immediate annuity works like this. You give an insurance company a lump sum of money, and in exchange, they guarantee you a specific monthly payment for the rest of your life, no matter how long you live. If you invest $100,000 in an immediate annuity at age 65, you might receive $500 to $600 monthly for life. That's $6,000 to $7,200 annually guaranteed, no matter what happens in the stock market, the economy, or the world. What makes this safe is the guarantee. Unlike investments that fluctuate, unlike income streams that depend on your effort or market conditions, annuity payments are contractually guaranteed by the insurance company and backed by state insurance guarantee associations. Barring the unlikely collapse of major insurance companies, your payment arrives every single month for as long as you live. For retirees who want absolute certainty about a portion of their income, annuities provide peace of mind that no other financial product can match. You know exactly how much you'll receive and exactly when you'll receive it. This predictability makes budgeting simple and eliminates financial stress. The trade-off is that you're giving up access to that lump sum in exchange for the guaranteed income. Once you purchase an annuity, you typically can't get that money back. However, for retirees who prioritize security and predictability over flexibility, this trade-off is often worth it. Many financial advisors recommend annuitizing enough of your money to cover your essential expenses: bills, food, housing, healthcare, ensuring those needs are always met regardless of what happens with your other investments. There are different types of annuities with different features. Immediate annuities start paying right away. Deferred annuities begin payments at a future date, allowing your money to grow first. Fixed annuities provide the same payment every month, while inflation-adjusted annuities increase payments over time to keep pace with rising costs. Working with a fiduciary financial advisor, someone legally required to act in your best interest, can help you choose the right annuity structure for your situation. What's important to understand is that annuities aren't for everyone, and they shouldn't represent all of your retirement assets. But for the portion of your money dedicated to ensuring safe, guaranteed monthly income, annuities are among the most reliable options available. Combined with Social Security and a pension if you have one, annuities can form a rock-solid foundation of guaranteed income that covers your essential needs completely. So, here we are.
We've walked through 7 safe, proven monthly income streams that every retiree should know about. Renting out a spare room for $500 to $1,000 monthly, dividend-paying stocks generating $250 to $500 monthly, online tutoring bringing in $400 to $800 monthly, digital products or courses creating $300 to $600 in passive income, treasury securities providing $150 to $350 monthly in guaranteed interest, cashback and rewards programs saving $50 to $150 monthly, and renting out parking, storage, or equipment for $100 to $300 monthly. Each of these income streams is safe, proven, and specifically suited to retirees. None require significant risk, none demand expertise you don't have, none sacrifice your comfort or security. They simply leverage assets you already own, knowledge you've already acquired, or time you can choose to dedicate, transforming them into reliable monthly income. The power of this approach is in diversification. You don't need to rely on just one income stream. Many successful retirees combine 3 or 4 of these strategies, creating a robust, diversified income portfolio that together adds $1,000, $1,500, or even $2,000 to their monthly budget. That's $12,000 to $24,000 annually, enough to genuinely transform retirement from financial stress to financial comfort.
I want you to understand something important. You're not too old for this. You're not past the point where you can improve your financial situation. Every single strategy I've shared is being used successfully by retirees just like you, people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who decided that financial struggle wasn't acceptable and took action to change their circumstances. You have options, real, practical, safe options. You don't have to accept financial stress as an inevitable part of retirement. You don't have to constantly worry about money or deny yourself the comforts and experiences you've earned. These income streams exist, they work, and they're available to you right now. I encourage you to choose just one strategy from what we've discussed today. Not all 7, not even 3, just one. The one that resonates most with you, the one that feels most achievable, the one that makes you think, yes, I could actually do that. Start there. Research it more deeply. Take one small action toward implementing it and see what happens. Maybe you research dividend-paying stocks and schedule a meeting with a financial advisor. Maybe you list your spare room on Silvernest and see what responses you get. Maybe you create a simple online course about something you know well and upload it to Udemy. Whatever you choose, take that first step. Action, even small action, is what transforms possibility into reality. You've worked your entire life to reach this point. You deserve financial security. You deserve comfort. You deserve the retirement you always imagined. And these safe monthly income streams can help you achieve exactly that. They're not get-rich-quick schemes. They're steady, reliable, proven strategies that compound over time, building the financial foundation you need and deserve. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope this information has been genuinely helpful and has given you both hope and practical direction. Your retirement can be everything you want it to be. You simply need the right knowledge and the willingness to take action. You have the knowledge now. The action is up to you. You've got this. You're capable, you're worthy, and you're not alone. Thousands of retirees are successfully using these exact strategies right now. You can join them. You can create the financial security you deserve. Start today. Start small, but start. All the best to you, and here's to a retirement filled with security, comfort, and peace of mind.